Alright, I'm going to do a little unboxing video here. I don't normally do these, but this box is a little bit special. These came from Wicked Mike, and as you can see, the first thing on the agenda there is a peach ghost. Looks pretty good. The not red Fatali, not sure what that is. Here we have the Mortali. I'm assuming that's a Maruga Fatali cross. If that's anything like some of the Fatali crosses I've had in the past, it's probably killer. Here we have one with a number. Armageddon. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like it's going to kill you. Unknown. Those are always good. Maruga Scorpion. And wait, let's skip that one. I want to go back to these. Bishop's Hot. Naja Viper. Here we have the Cream Fatali. That looks fantastic. The white boots, a lot of people have been asking about these. Don't know much about them. I'll make sure that I do a pod review on one of these. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to eat all these pods. A couple of them are starting to get a little soft. I got to get them drying, but I'll try to do the most important ones. And now back to these. Aji looks really good, and here we have, I can't even pronounce it, Dimaca, I don't know, can't speak Spanish, sorry. And then down here we have another one with numbers, a little bird pepper looking thing, and this one is the one I'm going to review first, is the Pimenta Denied. I don't know, it looks really good. And let me say something to all the people out there. This is what I'm looking for. If you got, really special stuff like this, obviously I can't eat them all in one day. I can't eat them all before they spoil sometimes even. So some of these are going to get dried, but I'll try to do my best to review probably 3 or 4 of these. The mild ones won't be any problem at all. But, this is what it's all about. Very honored to get this box. This guy, Wicked Mike, he's obviously on top of his game. So stay tuned. We'll review a couple of these here in a few minutes. Well, folks, today feeling pretty special. Got one of the most interesting boxes that I've ever gotten in the mail from Wicked Mike. I can't remember his real name. Let me see here. Steve Heckert. Anyway, from here on out, we're just going to refer to him as Wicked Mike. He sent me a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to try to review several of these. First thing first, I want to try these milder peppers. They don't have to be so hot they blow your head off. I'm really looking for all kinds of pods to review, so this was perfect. Got from mild to wild. And the first one I'm going to do, it says Pimenta Denied. Don't know what it's all about, but I'm going to take a taste of it here. In fact, I'm going to eat the whole thing. I don't think it's going to kill me or anything. Oh, it does smell pretty hot, though. Oh, it's a very nice pod. Must have some heat. There's a couple seeds in here, not much. I'm going to try to save these if I can. Now, this guy's obviously on his game. He's growing a lot of different stuff. If anybody's interested in any of this stuff, I'll make sure that I put his Facebook page on the link, on the description to the YouTube video here. And I know a lot of these pods are available. Just contact them and tell them what you want, and you should be able to get it. Anyway, let me get these 2 seeds out of here. I see looks like there's only about 5 seeds in this pod altogether. Oh, wait, there's a couple more. Definitely want to keep any of these I can find. These would be very interesting peppers for me to grow down the road. Be careful that I don't damage the seeds. And let's see, make sure that's all of them. And I think it is. Yes, it is. All right. Pimenta denied. Let's find out. Oh, very interesting. It's got some decent heat. As with all purple peppers, and at least with my experience, other than these like giant chocolate-looking pods, it's got a little bit of a green flavor. I'm not sure if these change color or if that's their final stage or what. I don't really know much about this pepper. It's hotter than I thought it was. It's very nice. It's hard for me to describe the flavor. It almost twinges on having a super hot flavor. But like I said, it's a little bit green. It tastes a little green to me. I find that with a lot of these purple colored peppers. Very good though. I've never had anything like that before. Fantastic. Now I want to try this. I want to try all these here in a row. Get these out of the way. This is Citro. I've had some of these before, not this one in particular. Let's see what we have in this one. Not very many seeds. Let me get these out of here though. This doesn't seem to have a hot smell. The other one there kind of surprised me. That little purple pepper had some pretty good heat. I know a lot of people highly recommend this type of pepper. A lot of people grow these. There's quite a few different species of these things. I did try some a couple years ago. Didn't like them. They kind of had a soapy taste to me. So we'll see if this one's a little different. Wait, one more seed there. All right. Citro. I don't get the soapy taste from this one. It's hard for me to describe. Not nearly as hot as the pimento there. I don't get a real fruity taste from it. It's definitely a different taste. I guess I don't really know how to describe it. That one kind of caught me off guard. I did read in one of the forums that these peppers need to ripen on the plant for a long time, and the longer that they're on the plant, the better they are. Now, when I took a bite of that placenta, I got a little more heat out of it. Very nice pepper. The heat level is low, probably even less than a jalapeno. But, you know, hey, we all don't want to kill ourselves. Now, let's set that one aside And I'd like to keep these seeds separated so we don't have any issues here with confusing myself when I try to grow them. This one is Dito di Maca. Probably completely pronouncing it wrong. Maybe one of my Spanish-speaking friends can help me out on that. This looks very interesting as well. This one's a little thicker walled pepper. More seeds in this. Get a good look at it. Let me get the seeds out of this one as well. This one has quite a few seeds in it. Like I said, a little thicker walled than the other peppers that I usually eat. Doesn't smell extremely hot. Like I said, that other little pimenta type pepper really kind of surprised me with the heat level. Normally I would do all these separately, but I want to bang a few of these out right away so that I can try to do some of the hotter ones tomorrow. I'll probably only do one. I might be able to do two. I don't know. It all depends on how my stomach ends up feeling afterwards. All right. Dito di Mocha. I don't know. Let's check it out. This one has a little sweeter flavor. There's a little heat there, not much. Like I said, thicker walled, very, very tasty pepper. That's the kind of pepper that I would just throw in a salad, anything. That's just fantastic. Put that in your fresh salsa along with some hots, and wonderful pepper, wonderful. I'm not nearly as good as Nigel at picking out those subtle flavors, but I would say this one almost has a hint of cherry. Very good. Very good pepper. All right, now the last one I'm going to eat today is CGN 24360. Now, I don't know a lot about these numbers. I just started getting seeds with numbers on them. The CGN, I know, dictates where it came from. I'm not even sure which country is which. And then the number is the individual plant or pepper or whatever. So this one is extremely small. I'm not sure. It might only have one seed in it. I don't know. Haven't had much experience with these type of peppers. Oh no, there's a few seeds in there. They're very, very small. Again, you know, these peppers are also special to me that I'm going to keep all these seeds and keep them well labeled. You know, this is fantastic stuff. Hopefully, I'm going to pick out my favorites and I'll grow them next year. These are kind of hard to get out of there. They're so small. They're just miniature seeds. But there was quite a few in there, surprisingly enough. I thought maybe there was only one. It looks like there's a good 5 or 6 in there. All right. So the CGN 24360. Small little thing. Smells hot. Let's see what we got. It's not overly hot. Bit of a habanero-ish flavor, I would say. I guess for something so small, it's pretty hot. Very interesting. Now, this is my whole goal in doing pepper reviews, is to get these items out so people can see them, find out where to get them, get the seeds if you want to grow them. You know, that's what the whole pepper thing is all about. To get the knowledge out there, and get everything out there. If there's pods that people don't want the seeds distributed on, that's fine. Just tell me. If you send me something that you don't want the seeds to get out, I won't send them out. Most people don't care. Some people do. You know, I don't want to get people mad at me, but I definitely want to review more stuff like this. So I think tomorrow I'm going to do this peach butt, and the white Jolokia is another one that people have really been asking about. So I want to try that one just to give everyone an idea what it tastes like. I'm a big fan of Fatali's. I know he's Wicked Mike is working on some different crosses and things with the Fatali's. This one in particular, he calls the Mortali. I have no idea, but I'm assuming this thing is really hot. When you combine the burn of a Fatali, the long, slow burn, with, you know, if this is crossed with the Moruga, it's going to be hot. And this pod here, Bishop's Hat, I mean, this thing is really oddball. I mean, look at that. I guess I got a feeling it's not that hot. It doesn't really scare me, but I don't know. Like I said, I was really surprised by that little purple pimento pepper. That had a pretty decent heat. This little red one here, very good, a lot milder. The Ajay, not too bad. Definitely had some heat in the placenta. And this little tiny pepper here, CGN 24360. It had a pretty respectable heat. All right. Today is kind of a big deal. I'm just gonna taste test a few of these pods. I'm not gonna eat the whole pods today. You know, if you look at some of these things, yeah, no way am I eating this whole thing today. Anyway, these all came from Wicked Mike, and I know some of these pods are from certain growers. The first one I want to taste, it's called Mortalii, and this came from Rich Mason. I do know that. Some of these other peppers, I'm not sure where the seeds came from. If anybody knows anything about them, please, you know, make a comment either on Facebook or on YouTube. But this is the first one I want to taste. Like I said, it's a big deal, so I'm going to get out the big knife, and let's see what this pod looks like. All right. Take a quick smell. Very citrusy. Nice. I'm not sure if this is a cross. It's not a Moruga Fatalii cross. I think he said this might just be a mutation. If you want to take a look at it, looks nice. Yeah, let's see here. I'm not going to take too big a bite because I want to eat enough of these peppers today. I want to eat about 3 or 4 of them here, see what we can get. But let's take a bite. We'll see what it tastes like. Oh, really hot. Woo! It almost has a hint of sweet pepper, citrus flavor. Yeah, very hot. Give me the hiccups already. Hang on. Wow. See if I can kick that off. Anyway, this is a fantastic pepper. A little thicker wall than some. I've eaten quite a few of the Fatali last year, and they're hot. They're not nearly up on the level of some of these other ones, but they've got a long, slow burn. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. See if I can get rid of the hiccups for just a second. I didn't want that to happen on the first pepper, but what can I say? It's hot. All right. Next one we're going to try. Peach but jolokia. I don't know how hot this one's going to be. Not a whole lot of seeds. I always refer to these as ghost peppers. That may not be correct, but you know, this has a true, what I would consider to be ghost pepper shape. It definitely has a ghost pepper smell. Maybe a little bit fruitier. I'm going to take a little smaller bite of this one. I don't want to kill myself too bad because I'd like to eat a few of these today. Definitely want to keep the seeds out of these. So I'm just going to take a small bite. Oh, very good. That has almost what you could say is a peach flavor. Definitely a fruity flavor. Definitely has the ghost heat. I think I've heard some people say these are a little hotter than ghost, your standard red, but I don't know. It doesn't appear to be too awful hot. I know it's hard when I'm eating multiple peppers. It's going to be hard to tell which one's just which, but very, very good pepper. Definitely going to want more of these. I'm going to keep all these pods isolated from each other and keep the seeds isolated. Uh-oh, I dropped one already. Now, another one everyone has been asking about is the white ghost. Let me cut this one in half. Not many seeds in here. This smells milder, a little milder. I can tell you this: the peach the peach ghost is still building, and it's hotter than what I thought. Let me try to clear out my palate a little bit here. I want to make sure that I keep all these seeds separated. But this is the one that a lot of people have been asking about. I don't know much about it. I don't know how stable it is. I know there's a few people that are outgrowing these this year. So I'm sure by next year we're going to know if the pods retain their shape or whatever. The pods themselves, they don't really look like a ghost pepper to me. They look a lot more like a habanero. So I'm not sure if they crossed something or how they came about getting this. Like I said, if anybody has any information on these, please chime in on this and let me know. All right. Now, let me give this one a little taste. Ooh, I can tell you one thing. It's hot. I can definitely feel that ghost pepper burn. Not a lot of flavor in this one. It's kind of void of flavor to me. I kind of just get the heat and not a lot of flavor. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I know a lot of guys are wanting to grow these. Just not a lot of flavor on that one. Definitely got some heat. I don't like muffins, so I'm going to keep my pepper seeds in the muffin tray. Anyway, what should we try next? My mouth is burning pretty bad. I definitely got to take a bite of this one. This pod looks scary, okay? Armageddon. I don't know where these seeds came from. I don't think this is Mike's cross. I'm not sure. I think another guy came up with this. Like I said, please, you guys, you pepper guys out there, you know, throw in the information on the comments. Let me cut this pod in half and see what we got here. Oh yeah. Now, this one doesn't smell too hot, but it's very thin-walled. Looks pretty oily on the inside there. Has that distinctive chocolate smell. I think that's going to be pretty hot. Let me trim off a little piece here. And of course, anything with the name Armageddon, it's got to be scary, right? All right. I'm not even going to touch this one. I think this one's probably going to make me burn my eyes or something if I'm not watching out. Here we go. Now, I detect a little bit of almost a cherry flavor in that one. And I guess it's not quite as distinctive of a chocolate flavor as what I thought, as the way it smelled. The heat level on that one is fair. I don't think it's as hot as the peach or the Mortalii. The Mortalii really kind of kicked my butt right from the start. And the peach ghost has a heat that's like, you know, your typical, it kind of comes up slowly and then it gets you and it keeps burning for a while. Now, again, another fantastic pepper, don't get me wrong. Um, that one's not real flavorful. The heat is building on it. I'm sure if you ate that whole pod, you'd be in a world of hurt. I know it kind of looks like some of the new pods that are up and coming. I know all the chocolate pods, in my opinion, are a little bit hotter, but trying to see here. It does have a little build to it. It's hot. Like I said, it's hard to tell because I'm eating one on top of the other, but it's definitely a good pepper, no doubt. Let me see if I can clear out my palate again. Now, I know I'm kind of mixing and matching all this stuff. I just got too many peppers here. I got to get them dried. And I just don't have time to eat them all, at least eating whole pods. And I talked with Wicked Mike. He said, hey, just go ahead, taste test them. He doesn't care if I kill myself with them. And I want to say something about Mike. Most of the money that he makes off these pods, he turns back over into helping kids learn how to garden. So I want people to know that. You buy a box of pods from him. I think they're $18. You get a small box. You're going to get some killer stuff. And the whole key is the money's going back to help kids learn how to garden. What a perfect thing. All right. And last but not least, we've got this cream Fatali. This looks very interesting to me. Let me cut one of these in half. This doesn't have many seeds in it. Smooth skin. I would say it's not really thick-skinned and it's not really thin-skinned. It's kind of middle of the road. It doesn't have a lot of smell. Let's see what this one tastes like. Now this one to me has a little bit more of an unripened flavor. I call that a green flavor. There's not a whole lot of flavor in it. I can't really, I've eaten enough of the other peppers now, it's hard to really tell the heat level, but I think there's some heat there. I was interested to try that one. Not a lot of flavor.